Hi, it's Mimi and it's Thursday and I'm in my kitchen. It's been such a beautiful day today, and anytime the weather is just perfect, I always think of how much I love salads and how I love to eat salads. In fact, all year round, salads are really good. Today I wanted to make something from my book, and I think it's on page 123. It's called the Chop Chop Salad, and I love it. There's a lot of little chopping to do, but once you finish it and you put this tahini dressing on it, it's so good, and it lasts in the refrigerator a couple days. So I'm going to show you how to plate it and how to chop it. So let me start with this beautiful bowl I have, and you can use an assortment of things. I have 2-color carrots, I have zucchini, I have a yellow zucchini, I have some fennel, I have some string beans, some cabbage here, some red cabbage, some broccoli, and a turnip. And also a parsnip is very good to have. So I'm going to show you how to chop this very small, and then we'll make the dressing. I think you're really going to like this. I think the family really likes this thing. All right, so here's my knife, and I learned some really good knife skills. And one is that if you hold your knife right here at the base of the knife and have these fingers around here, you have great control of your knife, not just here in your handle like most people chop, but this way, because this is really going to help you in this tiny chopping that we have. So first we're going to cut the zucchini in half, and then we're going to lay it down flat. You always want a flat base to work with. And then we're going to make some cuts in here. We're going to make some cuts so we can have some ribbons, batons like this. This is a nice width to make. And then we're going to take that piece like this, cut it in some small pieces. You've got all that done right there, and then we're going to chop them into nice little squares. These are pretty small, but you want to have a nice bite when you take the bite of all these little things. They're all going to be cut about the same size, so you have a really nice feeling in your mouth. All right, see these small pieces right here? These are all very tiny, and when this gets all chopped together, you're going to see what a beautiful salad this is going to make. So let me finish up this chopping here for you. Okay, so now we have all these really beautiful vegetables chopped up really fine. I'm just finishing up the carrots. Look at all these vitamins. You can see how alive this is, right? It's fantastic, all this color. This is so healthy for you, and it's going to be so delicious. You're going to love it. You know, I only used a small amount to get all of this. This is enough for 2 people and maybe even 3. It was a half a zucchini. You saw what I had in the bowl, a half a zucchini, a couple of carrots. I haven't even finished chopping that. And now we're going to lift this up. By the way, if you're scraping your board with your knife, make sure you use the back of it, not the blade, because you don't want to dull that down. So make sure you use the back of your knife. It's much better. And now if you don't have a pastry scraper, I suggest you get one. This is like one of the best things to lift up your vegetables. So this is a really great thing. Once you chop something up on your board, all you do is have to scrape it up like a little shovel. So we're going to mix this all together, and I'm going to show you how to mix the dressing. By the way, all of this recipe will be on my website, youngonrawfood.com, and that's where I actually post if you don't have my book, that's where I'll actually post the whole recipe, so you don't have to worry about writing anything down right now. I'll make sure that you have everything. And you can decide how many people you're going to serve. If you want a lot of it, you'll want to make a whole zucchini, and because this is quite a bit right here. This is a nice amount right in here. Look at that. This is really nice, even when we get the dressing on this. I didn't have asparagus because I ate them the other night, but I normally put asparagus in here. And then we're going to have a little topping. I took some herbs from the garden. I have some mint here that we're going to top it with and chop up. I have some dill that we're going to chop up. And I think that's the only thing from the garden. I have some parsley, but I'm going to make the dressing now. So let me put this aside, and let me bring on some of the things here that I'm going to use for the dressing. We have a little, just a small amount of cashews. This is a quarter of a cup. I'm probably going to use a little water in here. This is all going to go in the blender. I have lemon juice. You'll get the measurements later for that. I have a little tamari. I like gluten-free tamari. A little apple cider vinegar. We have some garlic, some salt and pepper, of course, that brings out the flavor. A little of this pink Himalayan salt. We have some sweetener here, and I've been very fond recently of maple syrup, but you certainly can use anything you want. You can use agave or any other kind of sweetener, but I'm really loving maple syrup a lot. There's some olive oil here, and then we have some tahini. And you can buy tahini in a jar. It's really delicious. There's a few companies. You can get them online if they don't have them at your health food store. But you can find this almost anywhere. The tahini, it's raw and organic. And then I have some parsley. So there's things from the garden and there's things I bought from the store. So here we're going to put all this in. Just kind of get it all in together. Let's do the garlic first. Let's put the nuts. Let's put the hard things down at the bottom. They'll chop up better. I think we'll throw the tahini in at the bottom. And this is about half a cup of tahini. And of course you want to taste everything to make sure it's to your liking. This is kind of what I like. But when I'm making dressings, I always have to taste them again and add a little bit more salt, pepper, whatever I think it needs. But this is a really easy way to do it. If you have all your things in place like this, it's called mise en place. And here is everything right there. So you can put everything into your salad dressing without having to even think about it. You just measure it all out first, and then it's all here in a little bowl. So I'm going by my original measurements in the recipe book, and hopefully that will be right. We'll see. I'm going to throw in a little of this parsley right here. There we go. And now we're going to blend this up. Pardon the noise. Let me see how this looks here. Going to need a little more than nuts up here, but it looks really quite delicious and it smells great. I'm going to take a little taste of it here, if you don't mind. Well, I'd say that's kind of perfect. That is really good. A little salt, pepper. We're going to run it a little more. And even though I use dill on the outside, I think I'm going to throw a little dill inside. I just love fresh dill. I think it's one of the really great herbs, but we're going to use some on the outside. So. Now, if you want to make this a little thinner, I want to see what the texture is on here. It could be a little thinner. It's very thick. I don't want to thin it much, but to do that, I'm just going to put in a little water. Maybe 2 teaspoons full. I think that's all it's going to need. But you use your own judgment on what you like. Tastes great just the way it is, but I would really like it to blend in a little better. This is a really quick salad. It really is very easy. The only part that takes a little time is the chopping, but I don't know, I love chopping. It's kind of fun. So, okay, let me move all this aside. This is how nice it is when you have all these little bowls and you have little things that you can mix with and then just carry them all off somewhere. So that's a great thing to have in your kitchen, is little bowls that you can put all your herbs in. So I'm going to chop a little mint because I know I love mint and I love this dill. So let's get a little of this chopped right here. I'm going to mix some in. And I'm going to use a little as a garnish on top. Back of the knife, throw that in. Let's just use a little bit of this dill. A little bit of that. I'm going to save a little piece for the top. For plating. Okay. Now this makes a nice amount of dressing in here. Just really nice. Might maybe too much for this, but that's up to you. You can serve it on the side when you serve it to company, or you can put it on the salad yourself, whichever you like. Let's see if we put enough in. I like to mix it and just test that out. Look at that. I get the smell. If you could just smell this, it's so fantastic. This is going to be my dinner tonight. I love this so much I could probably eat this whole bowl myself. So, but I won't. I'll share it with Mike. All right, here we go. Now I'm going to plate this for you. You can use a big plate. I happen to like big plates. You can just put it on the plate long like a snake. Or you can put it in one of these rounds. Either way is fine, or a little of both. So let's see what that's like. I'm going to put this in here. You can always add more salt and pepper and taste it, but I already know this tastes really good. I'm going to put this in this ring mold. And I'm also going to drizzle some off to the side. Let's clean that up. It's always not white. Everything shows up so nice on a white plate. And when this is chilled, it's just an amazing salad. So let's do that. See if this holds up. That looks really nice, huh? Put a little piece of dill on top of this. Let's find a nice little piece that we like here. Put a couple little pieces around on the plate. Make sure, even when you're fixing food for yourself, that you make everything very pretty. That's really important. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to add, let me get a spoon for this. I think I'm going to add a little sauce around the plate because it's so good. A little sauce and a little piece of mint, and voila, we have a beautiful meal. Let's see, I think I like that right there. What do you think? Does that look good to you? Would you eat this if someone put this in front of you? It looks great, doesn't it? Oh, one little thing. Just so you know, perfection's the deal here. I'm going to wipe this little plate up right there with that little bit I spilled of that, so the plate looks really nice. There we go. There's your food, there's a little decoration, and there's some extra sauce if anybody likes, a little dressing. And here's our Chop salad from Live Raw on page 123. And I have so many more salads to show you. They're easy, they're quick, everybody loves them, whether you eat more after this or you just have this for your meal. Pretty satisfying. Yummy. All right, I think I'm going to dig in myself. And I'll see you next week. In the meantime, let me know if you fix this salad. Drop me a note. That was good. I love you. You know I love you. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.